This video right here of Jada Pinkett-Smith is going to be talking about her relationship to Will Smith and also her new book. So let's take a look at it and then I'll chime in.
We are back 8:14 with Carson and Hoda's exclusive interview with Jada Pinkett-Smith, and everyone's going to be talking about this.
Yeah, she is one half of Hollywood's most powerful couple. She's at the center of constant gossip and controversy, including that slap at the Oscars. She was sitting right next to Will Smith. And when we met up with Jada in her hometown of Baltimore to talk about her candid new memoir, Worthy, she opened up about an issue that has been kept secret until now.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend. Neither let the public know they had already split.
So I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker,
I am.
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
During our walk in Baltimore, Jada reflected on their breakup. Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, why a fracture? That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
I have so many questions.
So do I.
I have so many
It
questions.
was the strangest kind of revelation to realize that these two people have had separate lives. I mean, they have not called each other husband and wife in all of those years.
Except for the appearance everywhere they went.
Except for the appearances, right? Including at the Oscars.
Yes.
By the way, there's a whole chunk in this book that we're going to get into in the Dateline special and also a little later here of what happened in that moment when he said, get my wife's name out of your mouth,
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole backstory there, too. But Jada is candid and honest in this book. I mean, she's saying things that she's never said, so they've kind of been living this pretend life publicly.
For years.
They knew the secret. They know it.
So
They
now
just
she's
haven't shared.
telling everyone.
Yeah.
But they're not divorced.
Nope.
So they're
And
separated.
they don't plan on it. They don't plan on getting divorced.
I think a lot of American families can relate, though. I think there's a lot more distance between husbands and wives than anybody ever really talks about.
Yeah.
But this sounds like something.
Yeah, that's a bigger gulf.
Yeah, it's a bigger delta.
We have a lot more on this conversation. I was fascinated by her, by the way. First time I'd sat down and spoke with her for a long period of time.
Oh, I
You
want
read
to
the
see
book?
more.
We
I
have
read
the
the book
here.
from cover to cover. Yeah, we're going to do a special on NBC News. It's called Jada's Story, Friday night, 8/7 Central.
I want to hear your podcast with her so
On
we can go like
NBC.
2 hours long for
Let's
him.
go,
Yeah.
Carson.
That'd be
All right.
Well, it's going to
No,
be
you
it's
go.
so
Do that.
interesting because
I mean, how people are going to react, because it's one thing. I mean, everyone understands a marriage breaking up, or things being complicated with your family, but then the kind of public ruse is, I know you ask her a lot about that.
Yeah, there'll be a lot more. And we want to mention also that Jada also spoke to People magazine, which is on stands this week.
And she's going to be here live in studio Monday, correct?
Yeah, she'll be here Monday.
Okay.
Got a lot going on.
Wow. All right.
So this came as a surprise to me. I could not believe that Jada and Will split in 2016. So the last several years, people were thinking they were still together, and Will Smith has been taking a beating the last 7 years. So it makes sense the way Jada was acting these last 7 years, talking about the entanglement, and Will Smith coming into her show, The Red Table, talking about the entanglement. They weren't even together. And then the fact that he went a couple years ago and during the Oscars and he got on stage and slapped Chris Rock makes this story sound even more crazier. So, I mean, I think it's kind of, I'm not a celebrity, and sometimes it's kind of hard to understand the celebrity lifestyle. You would think when two people are not together anymore and they're separated, you would think that they'll just get a natural divorce or get a divorce. But for some reason, she doesn't want to get divorced. I think we'll find out more of that, of why she won't get a divorce. She says that it's because she made a promise that she'll work everything out. So if that's the case, well, why not try to work it out? Is it something that he did that you don't want to get back together with him? Or maybe you're not happy or was not happy in the relationship? I just feel like if you're not going to be together, if you're going to be separate, just go ahead and get divorced. But again, I'm not a celebrity, so maybe it could be other reasons. Maybe she's thinking about her assets and stuff like that. So this interview with this lady here, I think her name is Holder. I think it's going to be interesting to hear what Jada talks about in the next couple of days when the interview do come out. So, yeah, so Jada Pinkett, new book. I'm pretty sure it's going to sell out. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And I'll see you on the next video. Yeah.